Hi, Tracey here with Mom Life Today, and I am here with Shaunti Feldhahn, who before she was my friend was one of my favorite authors. So
you are so sweet. I love her.
Well, some people just have the ability to give you real information, but wrap it around real life and personality, and that's you.
You're
So
so
that's
sweet.
awesome. But in that vein, because as moms, we like to learn from other women.
Yeah.
Sometimes when we end up in our homes a little bit too long and so focused on what's going on at home, we can kind of start to feel ourselves getting smaller and smaller and sort of imploding. And you know, one of the things we would like moms to recognize is it really is important to do real life community, not just our online communities, which we like, but real life community. So as someone who goes around the country and speaks to women, can you just encourage the moms out there maybe that aren't getting out there and iron sharpening iron, encourage them and help them to understand why it's important?
You know, honestly, this is one of these areas I think it is so, I'm sorry, I'm going to use a Wall Street word. I used to be on Wall Street. It's so high leverage, meaning like some small little changes can have some really big impacts. When you will put yourself in that position to have that life on life thing and that iron sharpens iron. And it's the way I think about it, it's almost like, you know how we talk about not staying in the Christian bubble?
Yes.
Okay, we talk about how important it is to not stay in the Christian bubble so that we're not just with other moms that are believers and everybody thinks the same way, and you talk to people who are a little bit different and maybe haven't gone to church, and you can establish a relationship. And the thing that's so interesting about that is you hear completely different perspectives. And it doesn't mean that like you change your mind on something,
right?
But you can like, wow, that like broaden my ability to think through how would I be a friend with somebody who's so different from me. Well, when you're in fellowship with other moms, it's basically the exact same thing. Even if you have the same worldview and the same values, everybody has different personalities.
Right.
And it's honestly like you're not going to be the person God has created you to be without that.
Right.
You know, building and changing and iron sharpening iron and rubbing up against and, you know, having somebody be able to say, you know what, Tracey, you're like kind of hurting somebody's feelings the way you talk, and you go, oh, I didn't know, you know, or I love this one thing about you, don't ever lose it, and you're like, oh, that's good, I never would have known, you know?
I always used to refer to that as like sometimes when you get so wrapped up into being a mother and a wife that you start to lose a little bit of Tracey.
Yeah.
Because that's all you end up focusing on. And then
It's a great way of putting it.
it just kind of makes you, and then when you get out around other women, you're reminded of you're the Shaunti that I like for this reason, and this reason. And then
and who God made you to be. I mean, if it's true, Ephesians 2:10, you're God's workmanship, created in Christ Jesus to do good works that He prepared in advance for you to do, then that means by definition you got to get out and you got to be having that interacting with other people to become that, you know? So
great word.
It's very important.
Great word. Okay, moms, so we hope you're encouraged by that. And look for Shaunti because she speaks all over the place. Go to shaunti.com and see what she's up to. We'll see you next week on Mom Life Today.